So, welcome back.
Thank you.
I've put together a little program for you. All
Yep.
right? Now, at PhysioHealth, what we do is it's a three-step process, and then there's ongoing treatment for other things. If you do come in with any issues, we can always look at them, but this screening is really quite specific in its own little entity.
Okay.
Right, so we do the screening, we do a summary, we do follow-ups, and then, like I said, we just look after your body as well.
Okay.
Right? So every athlete that comes in gets their golf performance enhancement program, and they also get their strengthening program.
Okay.
Right? Now, on the front page, what we have here is we're just looking at a bit of the body and an analysis of what I've seen in you and what we found. All right?
Yep.
So the thing that differs between our program and everyone else's, and I believe is the key to our success at PhysioHealth, is that the golf performance enhancement program is done by individuals. It's not run through a computer.
Yep.
We sit down and analyse what we see from a physiotherapy point of view and years of schooling that we've done. The best thing about this program that I find is that everything we're doing really can relate back to your golf, but you'll see things in here that you'll really notice and say, yeah, you've taken the time to, find the weakness in the areas that need improvement, and then we really attack them.
Yep.
So it's not going to be a blanket cookie cutter sort of effect where we just give you exercises and say every golfer needs to do these.
Yep.
We're doing exercises for you.
For me,
Definitely.
specifically. Yep.
Absolutely. So I want you to have a little look at this.
Okay.
And we've marked off areas in the yellow where you need to work on things. All
Yep.
right? Overall, screening was fantastic. And you can see why you were an elite player and why now you're able to coach, because your movement patterns are there. What we need to do now is try and concentrate on your back, get some movement, and then really see the improvement you can make from there.
Yep.
All right?
So this is probably caused from partly me getting older, secondly from me not playing as much, or is it
Bit of a
something
combination
else?
of both.
Yep.
And we also need to look into, like we spoke about in the screening, the other things you're doing. You're
Yep.
riding a bike and you're in a forward position, which really does stiffen you up.
Right.
Yeah, you're getting older, but these are things that we can change that.
Yeah. So it's not terminal. I can
Absolutely. No,
Yeah.
not at all.
So this is where I'm at now. I can expect
This is where you're
improvement.
at, and we will
Yep.
see change.
Great.
All right?
Yeah.
So what I want to do is run through a little bit of the exercises for you.
Yep.
Go over the key important areas that I think you need to work on.
Okay.
And then we're going to do some golf-specific training as well.
Yep.
All right. Now, this will work really well, and this is where I work in with the coaches, is that I give them a call and say, these are the exercises I've got them doing to try and improve this area.
Yep.
And you've already let me know earlier about what you're working on in your game. So we can really take that and say, all right, let's double up. You want to get longer in your swing, let's get longer and then work on power from there.
Yep.
So you'll see with the golf-specific exercises, that'll fit really perfectly.
Okay.
Right.
Great.
All right, so we need to get this back looser. There's no other way around
I
it.
agree. It's as tight as a drum. Yeah.
So what I want you to do is take a seat down here for me. And I want you sitting in the position like we did the screening a week ago. Okay, so legs nice and wide. Fantastic. Hands across your chest. And I just want to see that turn again.
Yep.
Good. And then the other way. Beautiful. So now for your stretch, I really want you to get as far around as possible. Okay?
Yep.
So when you turn this time, your hands are going to be out in front of you. I want you to turn and grab onto the chair and pull yourself around a little bit further as much as you can.
So
Right?
pull onto the chair.
Pull onto the chair and your leg if you like to really push that around. Fantastic.
That feels different.
Feels a bit different.
Yeah.
A little tight.
Oh, yeah.
And then turn the other way as well. You can already see with a little bit of assistance, you're getting that turn. So it is there.
Yep.
It's got really tight muscles sitting there.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Great. Now I want you to stand up and try that. So I want you to stand, get into your golf position, and try and turn now. Right?
Feels different.
Feels different, and you're a bit more aware.
Yeah, I am.
Good.
Absolutely. Follow through as well.
Follow through. Great. Now the other areas that we need to look at are your hips. So
Yep.
we'll do some stretches separately, and we'll leave that for a little bit later, and so
Okay.
we see the change we can make by just loosening up that
Yep.
hip. All right.
Okay.
Disassociation. I know it's, long word and probably too deep and getting into it, but what we need to think is that the upper body moves against the lower.
Yep.
All right. Best players in the world, and Rory McIlroy, if you watch his swing, and I'm sure you've seen plenty
Several
of footage,
times, yes.
he really does get to the top and have that, almost looks like a rubber band effect, doesn't it? So for an old player like me now that doesn't do much anymore, I can still get the idea of how we're moving.
Yes.
Okay? And I'll try and show you as best as possible. So when this moves back to the top, okay, we have this nice and still.
Yes.
And our lower body can go separately to the upper.
Yep.
Can you see that movement?
I can see that. Yep.
Good. So that's how we build power.
Yep.
Using a rubber band effect to really get that going.
Yep.
Now Rory McIlroy gets right to the top, and then from here he unloads that lower body and builds so much tension through here that there it's just an unwind and hitting the ball.
Right.
So that's what I want you to be able to do. There's
Sounds good. I love a little bit of Rory's length. That would be
Rory's length.
I love that.
So I want you to take the club,
Yep.
set up, and we're going to do that exact same thing.
Okay.
But this time we're going to do a little drill.
Okay.
Right? So I want you to get to the top of your swing. Good. And I just want you to feel like your lower body moves, and I'm going to hold the upper part of your body.
Yep.
Good.
That's such a foreign move.
It is, isn't it?
Yep.
But it's developing all this strength.
Yep.
Okay? So I want you to go again,
Yep.
and this time I'm going to hold here,
Yes.
and I want you to try and swing down as hard as you can and feel that body go. Good.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Good.
Really wanting to go. Yep. Okay.
So one of your exercises is going to be, we're going to set up a band,
Yes.
right? That's attached to the roof or to a door. Sorry, let me rephrase that. One of your exercises is going to be, we're going to set the band from a high point, like locking it into a door.
Yep.
But for now, I'm going to hold it, and we're going to really practice that explosive move.
Okay.
Of you using your lower body and your body to really rotate.
Yep.
All right?
Okay.
So I'll put this down. Again, we'll get you to the top of your swing. So in a nice setup, and we're working on that nice strong posture.
Yep.
Getting to the top of your swing. Now I want you to grab onto the band. All right?
Yep.
We're going to use the band as a bit of resistance, but you can still move because it's got that elastic part to it. All right? So from here, I want you to use your body and swing down like you're going to hit a shot. So those arms do come in front. We're just going to go down and hit a shot. That's a bit different, isn't it?
It is very different.
Good. So balance-wise, you really need to feel nice and stable on the ground.
Yep.
All right?
Okay.
So from there, point down. Great. Good. And now I want you to grab the club and feel the same movement in the swing. All right?
Okay.
Good. And now a big swing and hit through. Good.
That feels different.
So what's the biggest thing you feel there?
I'm feeling weight transference like I haven't felt too much and I haven't got control of it.
Yeah.
I felt like I'm going to keep moving.
Definitely.
But I'm feeling my lower body moving and my upper body being a lot more stable.
Okay, now what I want you to do is close your eyes. See how you feel that movement and try and explain it to me again like you would with your players,
Okay.
your coach.
Yep.
That closed eyes feeling, and really think about what you're doing.
Okay. I'm feeling my hips are really getting through and I have a real C shape. That's what it's feeling to me.
Okay. How does that differ from when you had your eyes open?
It wasn't as pronounced.
Okay.
Yeah, I could feel it, but it was more pronounced with my eyes closed.
Great.
Yeah.
So this is this theme of proprioception that we've
Yep.
been talking about, that awareness of where you are. Close the eyes.
Yep.
Everything lightens and everything really heightens your feeling of where you are.
Great.
Which is great. So these are the exercises we're going to get you to do.
Yep.
Obviously, working on your game from a coaching aspect, do you think this kind of fits in pretty well?
Certainly does.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, listen, what we'll do is we'll see you in a week.
Okay.
We'll go over these exercises again, see how you've been doing them.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll lower that score.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Jeremy.
worries
This
at
has
all.
been a real revelation to me, and I look forward to seeing you in a week.
Definitely.
Thank you. So we're at PhysioHealth in Kew. Jeremy Cross. You'll get to see a lot more of him too, and as I will. So thanks for all of your time,
No worries.
and we'll see you soon.
Definitely. We'll get that game a bit better.
Absolutely.